Rifle. The bolt-action rifle was the backbone of infantry combat in both world wars. The British Lee-Enfield, German Mauser, and American Springfield were reliable, accurate, and rugged. Soldiers depended on them for long-range engagements, though their slower rate of fire limited effectiveness in close combat compared to later automatic weapons. Machine gun. The Maxim and Vickers in World War I created devastating defensive lines, mowing down waves of attackers. By World War II, lighter designs like the MG-34 and Browning 1919 allowed mobility while still delivering sustained fire. Machine guns defined the battlefield, forcing new tactics and shaping the way armies advanced. Pistol. Officers and specialized troops carried pistols, such as the German Luger and the American Colt M1911. These sidearms were practical in close quarters and symbolized rank. While not decisive in large battles, they were trusted companions in moments where larger weapons were impractical. Grenade. The Mills bomb and German stick grenade became iconic tools of trench and urban warfare. Soldiers used them to clear dugouts, bunkers, and fortified positions. Their portability and destructive power made them indispensable for infantry assaults. Artillery. Heavy guns dominated both wars. In World War I, massive barrages defined battles, while in World War II, artillery remained crucial for softening defenses. Field guns, howitzers, and long-range cannons inflicted more casualties than any other weapon type. Tank. First appearing in World War I, tanks were designed to break through trench systems. Early models were slow and unreliable, but they changed warfare forever. By World War II, tanks like the German Panzer and American Sherman combined speed, armor, and firepower, becoming central to military strategy. Mortar. Mortars gave infantry units portable artillery support. They could arc shells over obstacles and into enemy trenches. Their simplicity and effectiveness made them a constant presence, bridging the gap between rifles and heavy artillery. Submachine gun. Compact automatic weapons such as the German MP-40 and American Thompson gave soldiers rapid firepower in close combat. They were especially effective in urban fighting and among paratroopers, offering a balance between pistols and rifles. Sniper rifle. Scoped rifles allowed trained marksmen to target key enemy figures from a distance. Snipers disrupted coordination, eliminated officers, and added psychological pressure. Their role grew steadily across both wars, proving the value of precision fire. Anti-tank weapon. As tanks became more powerful, infantry needed portable solutions. The German Panzerfaust and American Bazooka gave soldiers the ability to destroy armored vehicles. These weapons shifted the balance between tanks and ground troops. Flamethrower. Used to clear bunkers and trenches, flamethrowers spread fear as much as destruction. Though dangerous to operate, they were effective in close assaults, forcing defenders out of fortified positions and changing the dynamics of close combat. Naval gun. Battleships carried massive guns capable of bombarding coastlines and enemy fleets. Ships like the Yamato and Bismarck showcased the destructive potential of naval artillery, influencing both sea battles and land campaigns. Fighter plane. Aircraft evolved rapidly between the wars. In World War I, fighters like the Sopwith Camel engaged in dogfights. By World War II, planes such as the Spitfire and Messerschmitt became decisive in controlling the skies, protecting bombers, and supporting ground troops. Bomber. Strategic bombing emerged as a major tactic in World War II. Heavy bombers like the B-17 Flying Fortress and Lancaster carried large payloads over long distances, targeting factories, cities, and supply lines to weaken enemy capacity. Submarine. German U-boats disrupted Allied shipping in both wars, threatening supply lines across the Atlantic. Their stealth and endurance made them a constant menace, forcing the development of sonar, depth charges, and convoy systems. Rocket. By the end of World War II, Germany introduced weapons like the V-2 rocket. These long-range missiles struck cities without warning, representing a new era of warfare. They foreshadowed the future of modern missile technology and reshaped military thinking. Bayonet. Attached to rifles, bayonets turned firearms into close combat weapons. They were widely used in World War I trench fighting and remained a symbol of infantry aggression. Though less practical in World War II, they carried psychological weight and tradition. Landmine. Mines were hidden explosives designed to disable vehicles or injure advancing troops. They were used extensively to protect defensive lines and slow enemy advances. Their lasting danger continued long after battles ended. Chemical weapon. In World War I, gases like chlorine and mustard caused horrific injuries and fear. Protective masks became standard equipment. Though banned later, their impact on soldiers and warfare was unforgettable, marking one of the darkest chapters in military history.